Okay, on to the next step in this thing. So, because of the damage sustained to this vehicle, it had a bent lower control arm. And where it bent was right in here was all bent, and it's all like this. So, I was forced to go out and find some new ones. And then Facebook Marketplace went on there, and wouldn't you know, I found some right away. So I had to buy the whole set though. Had to buy the upper control arms and the lower control arms, but it was only $100. So this is the one I need. I kind of feel like the one I have on there might be slightly in better condition, so I'm not going to use this one. Basically, these things are, they can be, I think they're the same from 62 to 74. It might be 63 to 74, I'm not sure. But anyway, the B bodies, it's basically the same part. From 63 or 62 all the way to 74, and the only differences you're going to have are there's two sway bars available. So that means you're going to have two different sway bar mounts. But if you're not using a sway bar like me, you can pretty much use any of them. Just cut it off. I was lucky to find some. These are off of a 65 Coronet, the guy said. So, doing some research on this, I decided to go ahead and reinforce it a little bit. So these are pretty simple. I think that this might be a mystery to some Mopar guys who've never done this, because the thing is, these will actually run pretty good even if they're worn out. So it's kind of like a single arm. You know, you have A-arms, right? It's not exactly an A-arm. So your torsion bar is going to go in here and then hook to the frame, and then your pin is going to be here, and that's going to bolt to the frame. And then what you have is you have a rod going from this that hooks into your K-member. Everybody already knows this stuff, but see, it goes to the K-member right there. So you kind of end up with somewhat of an A-arm. You have 2 points anyway, but it's not really an A-arm. Yeah, these things can kind of go bad, and they still kind of work fine. But what people do is they reinforce them. So right here you have, this is just a perch for your bumper, but you have, this is basically spot welded. It's not riveted, it's like spot welded in 4 places. And then you have these pins right here, and then the bolt that holds the shock right there. And then you have this will kind of keep it together. You have your bolt and the little deal there. So that's kind of the only points that hold it together. So what people do is, I already did one of them. Let's see here. So you can get a kit for this, and the kit's actually pretty cheap, but I don't want to wait for the kit, so I did it myself. So the kit has holes. You need holes so you can get to the bolts, and you can change the parts. But I just did this, and this, I'll tell you what, this is some pretty beefy metal right here. So I had to revert to the big welder. You really need to get penetration on this, and then I did back here too. So this still moves freely, but it's just going to hold together better. And then if you do, see right here, I just welded it all up all around the side. So it's a little rough. I gotta grind it down a little bit. But if you reinforce this, plus reinforce the K-member on the bottom, and plus reinforce the steering box, I've heard that it really tightens everything up. So I figure this is a 4-door. I'm just gonna weld everything up. So I bought nylon inserts. So the nylon goes between that. So the deal here is the rubber's already out of this thing, and you can see that the bushing had, like, it was pressed in. So the cool thing about the nylon inserts is we're going to leave that outer bushing metal right there, and it's going to fit just inside. So it's super easy to replace. And I already did one. But I'll do the next one on camera, so if you guys want to see it, I'll show you. You can buy the kits, but for me, I just didn't want to. I figured, what's the difference? The kits would look cleaner, but I think it'll look fine. And I kind of went around and welded up spots here, maybe gone a little overboard. I also had to clamp this in because it was kind of like had way too much play, and now it's like just a little bit. So I think this is all you need, really. If you want to do this, it isn't that hard, but I had to step up to my big welder. So I have this huge freaking Dayton 225. I literally bought this from a guy who said he built a bridge with it. So this thing penetrates absolutely no problem, and it does pretty good welds. I tried it with my smaller welder, and you just don't really get into the metal enough. You need a bigger welder. So this is what I'm doing. The kits are only like 20 bucks, or actually no, there's like 40 something bucks, 40 to 60 bucks. But after I clean this up and paint it, it'll look fine, I think.